radio personality DJ Sam YG surprised listeners of the long-running show Boys Night Out last month when he said bye-bye to Magic 89.9 after 17 years. So what is next for Sam? He joins us now on The Final Word.
Oh,
Sam, great to have you here, man.
Congratulations on Lasal winning. First and foremost.
Animo. But I know you're one big fight.
Exactly. That's why, out of respect, no, I'm gonna do this. No, and just para malinaw, you said Sam YG said bye-bye, not Bombay. No? It's part of it. But seriously, thanks for having me as well.
Yeah, hey, great to have you here. I mean, you're a very famous radio personality, 17 years in one organization. Are you not missing it, Sam?
You know, what's funny, it's the longest relationship of my life. Unfortunately, with
even longer than your marriage.
Longer than my marriage. With guys pa. With 3 guys, no? Do I miss it? I've been gone for, I think I announced my resignation, or I resigned about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of enjoying that little break. And we are in that Christmas season, so I'm hosting a lot of the Christmas parties, left and right, for a lot of companies. But I guess if you're part of media, you know, I've done TV, radio, and everything.
It's in your DNA, Sam.
DNA, yeah.
I mean, you just can't give it up. I'm sure this is not the end of your radio and TV career.
We shall see. We shall see what the future brings. Diba? But I always tell people when they ask me why, what's the reason for you resigning? It's just that I'm at that point in my life where I think that I still want to grow. And I think I've maxed out that part of my career. And if you want to grow, you got to make a room for it.
Yeah.
No, everybody wants to grow. You want to, up yourself and everything, but without creating room for that growth, it is not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And do you still see yourself doing radio and TV, or are you shifting away and doing something bigger for you and your family?
Madaya ka, sinabi ko sa'yo. Well, there are a few businesses lined up for next year that I'm planning. Radio and TV, let's see, no? Let's see if there's something that comes up that I think would be up my alley, that I think would not require as much time, because you do a daily show.
Yeah.
The commitment to do a daily show is on a different level. No? And we were doing a 4-hour show every single day.
4 hours, and when I listen to your program, you just talk
pray
about everything and anything under the sun.
Yeah, it's like a Bible study. No, but seriously,
I mean, you have to be well versed in all kinds of topics, from politics, I mean, art and culture, sports, art and entertainment.
Everything that happens, you have to be. It's like, I mean, pretty much like the news, but of course we put that entertainment twist to it, which makes it a bit more interesting. And it's also easier when you have co-hosts who are like your brothers.
Yeah.
Diba? It's like putting up a bunch of guys together with microphones and let the flow show.
Yeah, and you're sparring with each other for 4 hours.
Correct. So you're given like a split second of space. Somebody's gonna grab that space and talk. Diba? But yeah, it is in my DNA. So, but let's see what's up ahead for now.
But what would be the most memorable parts of your 17-year career in radio?
There are a couple of memorable parts which I could not share on air, so I'm going to share the safer ones.
Yes, of course.
There was this time, I think our show runs for about 4 hours. We had the likes of course, at that time, all these international artists would come to the Philippines and guest on our show. We had Usher Raymonds, the interviews. I sent some photos earlier. Lady Gaga was on the show.
Fantastic.
I mean, name it.
All these global celebrities.
Exactly. First stop would be Boys Night Out.
Yeah.
It will be the place. So I got to meet all these, international celebrities, DJs and whatnot, who would also take care of us when we travel abroad. Aside from, meeting all these fantastic people and whatnot, I think it's also the knowledge you gain from being in a part of such a show, such a sharp and witty show that you carry outside radio, which has become such a big part of me.
But of course, radio, TV, and print, these were the platforms
before
from yesteryears. It's now like a part of the dinosaur age.
Exactly.
You have social media, so powerful that, TikTok celebrities are even more popular than radio and TV personalities.
I'm not going to argue with that, because I think it happened during the pandemic where let's admit it, we all have a surplus of media,
Yeah.
so to speak. No?
Yeah.
It happened during the pandemic where everybody was started Facebook Live, TikTok, as you mentioned, the Twitter that became
IG,
X,
Instagram.
And let me ask you a question. Like, don't you find yourself sometimes late at night, or when you get home, you just want to watch your Netflix or your whatever, and you have your remote control for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
pero wala kang mapanood, wala kang mapili.
It's true.
Diba? Pili
It's
ka-
just like a plethora
Exactly.
of programs available. And not only that, even on your smartphone.
Correct.
You get so many
much.
notifications.
That is true. So we are living in a world where media is just all over the place. We have a surplus of media that sometimes it becomes habitual that you're scrolling on your phone. You're not even looking anymore.
Yeah.
You're just there for, to scroll along. And there is actually, I think it's going to streamline eventually.
Yeah, but it has to eventually also be regulated, right?
Correct.
There's just so much content out there that's
Yes,
unregulated.
That is true.
But you leave radio, but you have a major presence still on social media. So you're still that social media influencer.
That is true. Well, that's the term that is being used these days, the influencer term. But yeah, that is very true. I mean, to promote yourself, which I think is fantastic for anybody, because you don't have to be a part of a particular radio station or a TV network to be, to showcase what you can do.
Yeah.
You can be great at guitar and post something on YouTube and be a sensation, overnight.
And you don't have to watch a half-hour show or a 60-minute program to be famous. Now it's really all just short form.
Short form.
30 seconds to 1 minute. And
Give me what I need. Give me what I want to see. Tell me what I need to know in 30 seconds. We're becoming so impatient with our also consumption.
I know.
Diba?
Yeah. And how are you present on social media? Do you do your own productions, or do you also have a team that does it for you? I've met a couple of social media influencers who
Wow.
I've never met from Adam,
Uh-huh.
right? But they have a whole team
Yes,
with them.
yes.
Makeup artist, camera person, production assistant, and a manager.
Minsan tatlo pa yan. No, it's not just one. Tatlo pa yan.
Yeah.
I do have a social media team,
Yeah.
and she goes by the name of Esa Gogna, my wife.
Okay.
She's the manager, the team, the editor, the shooter, and everything. So far for now, but I think we are also planning to, capitalize on that, create more content also, which I said
Yeah.
you need to make space for. Creating
Yeah.
content on social media is also not easy, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree to this. You got to think about what you're gonna shoot, diba? You gotta edit what you have to shoot, what you shot, make it. Sabi nga nila, it's called fun-entertainment.
Yes, yes.
Fun and entertaining.
Entertainment, yeah.
It could be funny, but also you wanna get something out of what you're watching, out of what you're
Monetize
producing.
it.
Correct.
Monetize it. But
Yeah.
you have to be on so many platforms,
Yes.
including YouTube, right?
And it's funny how each of these platforms have different ways of consuming things. Like you post the same material on Facebook, you would get different comments. You post that same material on TikTok, it's a different market also that would like it. Sometimes you post something on Facebook, it'll get a million likes. On TikTok, 200. That same video.
Yeah.
So it's still, everybody's consuming something somewhere. It's a different audience altogether.
So, what would be your advice to a viewer who wants to be in radio, to be a DJ? I mean, to be a DJ is a different skill set compared to being in front of the camera, to being a news anchor and a TV host. I mean, you have different skill sets that you can adapt to different platforms.
I think if there was one advice that I would be able to give is, I mean, of course, number one, you really have to want it.
Yeah.
Especially radio. Radio is not the highest paying, job in the world, but you have to want it. And nothing replaces, practicing, getting that saddle time. When I remember when I was starting out, I used to read in front of the mirror and hear myself. Sounds funny. Minsan I cringe listening to myself. No? But that's how you become good at it. Nothing replaces practice. Nothing replaces, putting the work in. You really got to put in the work if you really want it to.
And for social media influencers, I mean, is it late in the game for them to get in?
I don't think it's late in the game for anyone because like I said, we're living in a world where everybody's, anybody can be a star. Anybody can blow up in a day, in 2 days,
Yeah.
in a good way or in a bad way.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
But I think what's more interesting is staying on top of the game. That's the harder part. Like, getting to be a sensation overnight is one thing, but staying that way for months, for years, would be a totally different ballgame. That's where the brains come in. That's where reinvention comes in, and making sure that you are always fresh. You're always up to speed with trends, and you do your homework. What's coming up? What's happening here? What's happening there?
So many things.
There are so many things you gotta put in the work.
Sam, we miss you on radio.
Thank you.
But we will continue to follow you on social media. And when you launch that new business venture, please let us know. We have a segment here on the Final Word called Celebrities in Business.
Oh, sige. I'll count on that. Thank you so much.
Sam YG, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you
all the
for having
best. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Rio.